Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Resonance. I'm Mark, and today we are diving deep into a fascinating topic: how an English learner perceives the world compared to someone who hasn't learned English yet. We'll explore the subtle differences in thinking, speaking, noticing, and even reacting. Along the way, we'll share some laughs, small fun moments, and practical tips that you can use every day. Let's start with mornings. Imagine you wake up and stretch. A non-learner might simply yawn, brush teeth, and go on with life. But an English learner? Suddenly, even a simple action becomes a learning moment. I open the window. I breathe fresh air. The sun is shining. What a beautiful morning. This little narration may feel silly at first, but it builds automatic thinking in English. Next, mistakes. Many non-learners avoid mistakes by staying quiet. They might think, I can't speak English yet, and don't try. But learners, they embrace mistakes like tiny stepping stones. Imagine someone says, he go to school yesterday. The learner smiles, corrects it in their mind. Ah, yes, he went to school yesterday, and moves on. Each mistake becomes a mini lesson. Humor helps too. Picture someone saying, I eated the sandwich. A little laugh and the learning sticks. Vocabulary differences are huge. Non-learners might use good for everything. Good book, good weather, good idea. But learners explore. An amazing morning, a fabulous book, a brilliant idea, a splendid performance. Gradually, they can move to fantastic, wonderful, magnificent, and even phenomenal. Each word learned adds color to the English picture in their mind. Listening is another major distinction. A non-learner may passively hear English in TV shows, movies, or streets, but not actively process it. Learners, however, listen with curiosity. Did they just say actually or exactly? What's the difference? Even small attention daily, 10, 15 minutes, boosts comprehension. Over months, this effort transforms speaking and understanding naturally. Reading also shows contrast. Non-learners might glance at a book, notice pictures, then move on. Learners approach it differently. I read this paragraph, I notice new words, I try to make sentences aloud. They describe everything. The cat jumps onto the table, it looks scared, I think it is funny. Even a tiny scene becomes vocabulary practice, grammar observation, and fluency exercise. Conversations. The non-learner may avoid speaking, afraid of sounding wrong. The learner jumps in. Let me try. I may make mistakes, but I'll learn. They describe everyday life. I walked in the park. I saw a dog. It ran fast. Mistakes happen, yes, but fluency grows naturally through courage and practice. Hobbies and daily activities are also English playgrounds. Cooking, walking, cleaning, gardening, they become narration opportunities. I chop the vegetables. I smell fresh herbs. I stir slowly. Life itself turns into an immersive English practice, and humor helps retention. Imagine narrating your clumsy cat stealing your lunch. Oh no, it took my sandwich. Quick, chase it. The difference is also in patience. Non-learners often expect instant results. Learners know that progress is gradual. Slow speaking, slow reading, slow remembering. This is okay. They understand that the brain grows slowly, and every small action accumulates into fluency. Another difference is self-reflection. Learners notice tiny improvements. Last week, I forgot 3 words. This week, I remembered them. Non-learners may never check. Reflection strengthens confidence, motivation, and vocabulary retention. Let's inject a bit of fun. Imagine a learner narrating cooking. I cracked the eggs. Oops, one dropped outside the bowl. They continue. I clean it, then mix the batter carefully. Humor makes learning memorable. Perspective also affects immersion. A learner interacts with English constantly, reading signs, listening to announcements, watching English content. Non-learners often skip these moments. Immersion is key. It turns English from a subject into a living experience. Let's also compare reactions to challenges. Non-learners may say, "I'll never be fluent." Learners smile, shrug, and try again. "I didn't understand this sentence." "No problem. Next time, I will." They turn setbacks into practice. Humor, patience, and small victories keep them motivated. In summary, English learners differ from non-learners in multiple ways. They notice details, narrate actions, embrace mistakes, expand vocabulary, actively listen, review, reflect, and turn everyday life into language practice. They laugh at themselves, experiment, and grow steadily. Non-learners live in the same world, but without these English-rich experiences. If you want to adopt this perspective, start today. Narrate your day, describe small actions, note new words, and laugh at mistakes. Compare your awareness and vocabulary week by week and observe your growth. And remember, little moments of humor like misplacing a word or dropping a pan while narrating cooking make English memorable. Your brain loves it. Thank you for joining me today. Keep observing, keep narrating, keep practicing, and enjoy the journey. Step by step, moment by moment, your perspective will change, your vocabulary will grow, and your English will shine brightly. Stay patient, stay curious, and have fun learning.